Hey guys, how's it going? Ben here, and welcome to the Port Sarim update. Now, I'm going to be going through everything in this, which is basically the XP that you're going to be getting over the next 2 weeks from the event here. There's loads of different things. You can get herb XP, fire making XP, crafting XP, construction XP, and combat XP. I'm going to be sort of going into each one and seeing, whether it's worth doing one over the others. Of course, if you guys remember from the Valley event, everyone did the combat XP because it was pretty damn good. And I'm not going to lie, it is pretty good here as well, but I'm going to get into it in just a little bit. Now, to start with, I went to do the herb just to see how good the herb XP was. And of course, it scales for your level and stuff, but generally speaking, the XP isn't all that great. As you can see, I'm getting like 53 XP per thing, and I'm getting about 2 tokens each time I get XP, which means that in a day, I can be getting myself at 85 herb, I can be getting around about 50-ish KXP a day from this event, which isn't bad because it's AFK and it's herb XP and it's free XP, and it's the same with smithing, which is done by the same thing. You just go up and smith the cannonballs here and you get basically the same XP. It just scales to your level. So it's not great, but at the same time it is free herb XP, which on an Iron Man is not bad. On main accounts is kind of shitty though. I wouldn't really recommend doing it. Next up is crafting and construction. You get that by fixing this wall over here on top of the prison, and that of course scales as well, and the XP is pretty awful from that as well. It's a bit less than Harps is going to be getting you. Well, actually I'd say significantly less than Harps is going to get you. So that's just another thing which isn't worth doing. But of course, if you want, the free crafting XP or whatever, and you don't want to do harps, this is something for you to do. Or the construction XP, because if you're a low level Iron Man, this could be pretty nice for you. But next up is the fire making XP that you get from firing the cannon over here. And this, once again, isn't that great compared to the logs that you're able to burn at the levels that it scales to. Like at the moment, I could be getting a lot better XP just doing maples, so I didn't really spend too much time doing the fire making either. So that's the 4 sort of non-combat skills that I've gone into and sort of shown that they're not that great. If any of those you wanted to do, I'd recommend herb for the free XP a day, especially on Iron Man, because over the course of the fortnight that this is out, I could be getting myself around about 700k XP for free for a little bit of AFK work, which is not bad at all. But next up is the combat XP. Now, the XP is good. I personally was getting like 1.3k XP per kill of each of these pirate guys. But the only problem is, we've no idea how the XP works, how you get the XP drops, because sometimes you'll go for a kill and you'll hit on the dudes and you won't get an XP drop and it's really weird, whereas other times you will. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, you gotta hit over a K, over 2k, over 3k, and that is not the case at all. It's based, as far as I'm concerned, on a percentage of the damage you do based on the HP that the pirate's on at the time of you attacking him, which seems really complicated. It's either that or based on something to do with it scaling to the level of the person who attacked it first, because there are some kills where I'll hit 500 and get an XP drop, and others where I'll literally hit like 2 and a bit K and I won't get an XP drop, and I don't know why. But it's not 3k hit, because that would just be stupid. Think about it. They've got like 9.5k HP, 10k HP, which means that theoretically speaking, a maximum of only 3 people could get XP on each pirate, which seems a little bit daft. Not only that, not everyone's going to be hitting 3k. Very rarely do I actually see people hit like a 3k on a pirate, so that isn't too great. But if you are looking to do this quickly, I'd recommend going in a moderately populated world. I wouldn't go in the highest world. Like here, I was in, I think, world 84 or something, so it was a pretty populated world. But if you go to a reasonably popular one where there's maybe 5 or 6 people doing this, you'll be pretty certain to be getting the XP a lot quicker than you are by going in a fully populated world where you're not always going to hit what you need to on these pirates. That said, the XP I'm getting at 87 attack and strength is around about 300k a day in just the combat XP, which is pretty good for the time it takes and stuff. But at the same time, I personally will be doing the herb, I think, for most of it, just because I can get better XP in Abyss, but not only that, I like to save my XP for prayer. But yeah, Tom's behind me here. Tom, what was your attack and strength levels and stuff?
47, 41.
So Tom's got 47 attack, 41 strength, and he was getting, what was it, 500 XP per kill?
Yeah.
So even at low levels, it's pretty worth doing. Just be careful, because there's so many people that die in this. Especially if you're hardcore Iron Man, make sure you do not die. Like here, I've got a full invent of swordfish, and I'm always, eating up to full, safing it out. I don't want to risk dying. Now the next thing I want to mention is the conch buff, which is worth doing, but also not worth doing. I'll explain it. Basically, it increases the XP you get and the tokens you get, but if you're going for max XP a day that you can from these, I wouldn't use it because the XP isn't increased all that much, but the tokens are in comparison. So instead of getting 1.3k, I'm now getting 1.6k XP per kill, but I'm getting a heck of a lot more tokens than I was prior to using it. So it's completely up to you guys. But anyway, as you can see here, I decided to just go back to Herb, finish it off. It is AFK. You don't have to click at all. You just click once and it keeps doing it. And by the way, I didn't mention that you get the conches from actually just training up and stuff. Like, I got a lot of them while doing this herb here for the last like 500 or so tokens that I needed to get. And you can get a max of 2k tokens a day. Now here I'm going to be showing the rewards you can get from the tokens. I finally managed to get 2k tokens done, and each 200 tokens you've got gives you a supply crate. So you just want to spam them all out, get all 10 supply crates you can get a day, and then open them. Most of the things you're going to be getting are XP lamps, which as far as I'm concerned can be in any skill whatsoever, but I'm not too sure. But you can also get cosmetic overrides, which are really cool. And I believe an emote, but I'm not too sure if that comes from the mini quest, which is coming out soon. But yeah, as you can see there, I got the two-handed ore override, the helmet override, and the skull cape override. So I'm going to show what they all look like here. I got pretty lucky with those, I think, but I'm not too sure. I also got this, which gives me resources in ports, so a K slate and 5k chimes, which is quite nice for me at the moment, because I do need that slate to upgrade my ship, so I was pretty happy with that. So I used up all the XP. It's just small XP lamps, not great XP, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to say no to a fair bit of XP just for doing nothing. Like, I got 10, 11k prayer XP for doing nothing, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, now I've used all of those. This is where it goes into all of the sort of overrides. I just thought I'd show you guys what they look like, just so you can see and decide whether you want to use them when you get them or what. But overall, I was speaking to Tom, and we think this isn't quite as good as it was for the Falador event. We feel like the Valley one, you got XP a lot quicker. Like, from the Black Knights and the White Knights, it was a lot more, like, you knew that you just had to hit to get the XP, so it was a lot easier to do. Hopefully someone in the comments will know sort of how you get the XP, what you've got to hit to get the XP, so we've got a better idea. But at the moment it's a bit frustrating not knowing the XP you've got to get. But anyway, these are the three things I've got. The helmet I didn't want to put on because I thought, nah, it looks a bit daft. But I like the ore and I like the cape, so I've decided to leave those on. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you leave a like and a comment, all that good stuff. If you're new, or you just haven't got around to it yet, hit that subscribe button so there's any more videos. Anyway, that is me for today, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.